Okay, welcome to Doushin Talk. My name is Gadu. Thank you so much for joining us. So this is the last Heart of Giving Day of a year. And so we still have an afternoon practice session and stuff like that. If you can join, that'd be great. And next year we'll start in January. So, you won't miss too much. So today's topic is send blessing to the world. So this year, especially, there's a lot of anxiety and fear in the world, and sometimes we feel some of the like a war and different kind of thing might be outside of your country, but then we sometimes share this kind of a collective consciousness, and when there's a lot of fear and anxiety, we kind of share, globally. And even though it doesn't affect you directly, that energy is still, around us. And when we get overwhelmed by a lot of fear and anxiety, that make us narrow-minded in a way, because it's kind of we become a protective mode. And so when we are in a protective mode, just naturally our sight gets narrower. And when we get, narrow-sided, that's kind of when we get lost. But if you think about it, if you're on the trail, if you're only looking at your own feet, chances are you get lost, right? So you have to look up and see where you're going. So these are the time you have to focus on your path, have a very clear path and clear about where you are going. So even though each step might be a little bit, challenging, as long as you know where you're going, you feel this sense of comfort and purpose, and you can keep your eyesight open. And, negative emotion, both positive and negative emotion, is necessary for our life. But our attachment to a negative emotion can affect us physically, mentally, spiritually, and also, globally too. And the nature of a negative emotional energy is inward. So more you have a fear, more you have anxiety, you start noticing things to fear about. You kind of attract things that you fear, attract things that you worry about, And that's the tricky part, So when you just give in to fear and anxiety, so if you notice, if you probably met, unless you're the person, if you're worrying about something all the time, they're always looking for something else. If one problem is solved, they're looking for something else, and they're always having something to worry about, something to fear about. Because that the state of mind is the issue. It's not actually what's happening is the main cause. And positive emotion is different because it's outward expression of energy. So that's why when you're near people who have a lot of happiness or joy, it's infectious, right? Because the energy is actually expanding out. So then you get affected by the person's energy too. And most expansive energy is the energy of unconditional love. Unconditional love is different from just, love that we talk about. It's like fundamental nature of everything. It's a love that accepts everything and support for new creation, transformation. So it's dynamic, and no judging. So this is the time, when we really need to activate our unconditional love energy and send the energy to the world beyond ourselves. And we have to do that consciously, because otherwise, this kind of a collective consciousness and the kind of emotional energy can actually start dragging you down. So we have to be very conscious about it. So we talk about, sending blessings. You know, blessing is the expression of unconditional love. When I thought of like what the blessing actually means, when I say send blessing, blessing is kind of a little bit like a religious word, for most part. But when we use it, it's kind of a little bit different, and when I thought of it, its blessing is about love, acceptance, and gratitude. And so sending the blessing is very easy. All you need to say is, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. I love you is expression of love, expression of support of your creation. And acceptance is, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, whoever you are. You may be my friend, you may be my foe, I still appreciate your presence. You may hurt me, and I probably have to run away from you, but I still appreciate you. And gratitude is, thank you for being part of my life. You don't have to send thank you to just people who have done something good to you. So you say thank you because whatever you did to me helped me to learn about myself, about my life. Even though the experience might be uncomfortable, it's taught me something, so thank you. So when you send blessing, you have to send blessing to those people, who have hurt you too, or you don't like. You can't make any judgment. You just say thank you and say, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. Because I do what I do, I meet people who, talk about how hard it is to forgive. They have had past experience that they can't let go and they can't forgive. But really, when you hold on to, old grudges, it's like you are attached to old stories, about who you were in the past, and you are not making the story into part of you. You're kind of resisting, So then you kind of, if I use the analogy of trail, if you're like walking backward, shaking a finger at the rock that you tripped over. And we do that, but some people do it for a long, long time, How long you can walk backwards, pointing a finger at the rock you tripped over 20 years ago? But people still do, So the process is about transforming this story into a lesson, a teaching that actually you can make that into, I had this experience, and because of that, I know I'm not going to the same situation again, or I'm not going to be the person like that. When the situation comes, I will not gonna say things, this person said to me. But without it, sometimes people who have a lot of forgiveness issues ended up repeating the same thing that what other people did to you. That happens, right? Like especially in the family and stuff like that. Because they couldn't make that experience into your own lesson, then you make the same mistake. Rather you attach to the story so much, the pattern of a behavior is actually become part of you in a way. So forgiveness it's not about, you being wonderful person and forgive others. It's more like by transforming the story into part of you, there's no more things to forgive. It's make the things that you have to forgive disappear. Because there's nothing to forgive, because it's just experience that you've had. And now this experience is part of me. So, there's nothing to forgive about. So forgiveness is actually make things to forgive disappear. So it really is, sending the blessing is a part of that process, By saying, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you, to those who, you want to forgive. It's a step, In the beginning, you might actually not have a heart attached to it. You might be just saying it. But by start saying it, you're sending the E. E is your consciousness. E is your mind, your expression of your heart, your kokoro. And that's how the key flows. So by just start saying it, this new energy start moving. So that's why the sending the blessing is important. And it is as easy as saying, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. But when you do it, feel it. How that feels to you when you say that. And so today I'm going to guide you in a meditation. And first you send blessing to yourself. Say, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you to each part of your body. And then you send blessing to your family, your friends, your community. Send blessing to the world and society. And from there, you just send blessing to everywhere. And as you notice, it's what they call law of the universe. What goes around comes around. As you really express your blessing, you start feeling like, it's not just me sending the blessing, but as I send blessing, I'm also receiving blessing. So whatever it is that you send, it's almost like an echo back to you. So more blessing you send, you feel you are getting richer in a way. So that's kind of how we need to transform our mind. When we are in a protective mindset, we almost feel like, I have to grab onto everything. Don't let other people take things, so that I have to hold on to things. If anything, I'm going to take. Instead, just let go. And you just send out, Send out your love, and sometimes support, material support is also important. But whatever it is that you send from unconditional love will come back to you. But of course, you don't do it, so it's come back to you. That's the trick. Because if you're expecting something to come back to you, then you're always expecting a trade. But it's not. It's an expression of your unconditional love. And you just observe it. Whatever I send out, it's like coming back to me. That's wonderful. All right, so and if you want to, you can put your hand in your heart when you say, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. And you will feel it, vibration that coming from your heart, from your kokoro. And you just feel it. It's an important thing to sometimes physically feel things, So it's no longer, it's just an idea, but it's a sensation. Of course, you don't without touching your heart, you can still feel it too. But in the beginning, when you do it, you really feel like a worm or something that's just coming out of your heart. So that's also you can do. All right, so find a comfortable position. And close your eyes. Put a gentle smile on your face. And relax your whole body. Be aware of your lifeline running from top of your head down to the bottom of your torso. And feel you are grounded and centered. Keep your palms up if you can, and open your fingers a little bit, and push your elbows out a little, and feel su. You are creating space inside for your ki to flow freely and most efficiently. Tuck your chin slightly in, tip of your tongue is gently touching the roof of your mouth. And you're breathing in and out through your nose with energy breathing. As you breathe in, feel the energy coming into your body from every part of your skin, collecting and condensing in your lower tanden. As you breathe out any energy that doesn't serve you anymore, transform into something beautiful, shooting out from every aspect of you, going back to wherever it belongs. And with each breath, feel you are getting purified and refined, physically, mentally, and spiritually. If your feet are touching the floor, gently grab the floor with your toes or think about you doing that. If your feet are not touching the floor, you can gently stretch your toes a little. And think about raising your thighs and knees. And think about raising your hands and your arms. And feel your ingen. You are both physical and spiritual being, and your awareness is somewhere in between. Feel you are here but not here, and you are observing yourself as if you are outside of your body. And in this fuzzy and distant feeling, bring your focus to your lower tanden. See the soft mist of light shining there. And say in your mind your heart-opening password. And feel your connection to everything there is, beyond time and space. And you surrender yourself to this feeling. And with deep respect and gratitude, ask your guide to come and help you. Invite your guide to come march together with you. See your guide appears in front of you, and you and your guide are marching together as one. And feel you are your guide. As your guide, notice how you feel. Notice how you're holding your body, how you're holding your mind, and how you're holding your spirit. And your kokoro is open. And you set your E clearly. Say in your mind your intention, your purpose, and your path. And feel your ears resonating with everything there is, activating ki everywhere. And you are guided and supported in each step you take on your path. Now gently bring this light up to your heart. See the beautiful soft light shining in your heart. This is the light of your unconditional love, light of your soul, light of your infinite healing energy. Focusing on this light, take 3 gentle deep breaths. And with each breath, feel this light is getting bigger and bigger. And your whole body is in the light. And in this light, you send blessing to each part of your body, like your head. My head, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. And you go to another part of your body. If you like, you can keep your hand in your heart, in your kokoro position. As you say, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. Notice how that feels to you. You send blessing to each part of your body. If you have any challenges in your body, you spend a little longer time sending blessing to the area. You can also send blessing to your mind, to both conscious mind and subconscious mind. Send blessing to each memories or stories. Send blessing to your beliefs, identity. Send blessing to your positive and negative emotions. Send blessing to your ego. You send love, acceptance, and gratitude. And you also send blessing to your spirit, to all the information about who you are and what you are, beyond time and space. Feel you are blessing yourself as a whole being. And you send blessing to your home and your family. You can send blessing to each thing or each person or a group of people, a group of things. It doesn't matter how they affected your life. You send blessing anyway. Notice how that feels. When you say, I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank you. To those who hurt you in the past. Your family can be alive, already have passed. You can send blessing no matter what. You can also send blessing to your community, your city, and your country. You can send blessing to individuals You can send blessing to group of people or location. And you can send blessing to the whole world, the whole planet, and every being on this planet. You can send blessing to each being or groups, countries, locations, or places like river, mountain. Say, I love you. I appreciate you. And I thank you. Send unconditional love energy to bless the whole world. and you're blessing everything, and everything is blessing you. Everything is resonating, and everything is sacred. And you surrender yourself to this feeling of deep resonance. Now this meditation is yours. You can continue to bless whatever comes to your mind. And this meditation is slowly coming to the end. Gently bring your focus back to your heart and see the beautiful soft light shining in your heart. And your kokoro is open. And you're resonating with everything there is. Notice how good you feel physically, mentally, and spiritually. And in this light, say thank you to your guide for all the guidance, unconditional love, and blessings. And with deep gratitude, ask your guide to come back and help you again anytime you need it. And see your guide coming out of you, and with smile going back to wherever your guide came from. And gently bring this light down to your lower tanden. See the soft, hazy light shining there. And the light is spinning, spinning, spinning as an energy ball. It's spinning faster and faster, getting smaller and smaller. See, the light is getting condensed into a tan. And you tuck it deep in your lower tanden. And with joy, take 3 gentle deep breaths. And slowly open your eyes and rub your hand together. Activate your hands and fingers. And massage your face. Cup top of your head. Cup base of your head. Massage your C7. Massage your temples. And massage your ears. All right. How you feel? So, as you can see, it's very simple. You don't have to do this meditation entirety, but you can just, when you have a time, just close your eyes and just send blessing to whatever come to you, anywhere. Waiting for bus, riding on the train, when someone's driving, even when you are driving, keep your eyes open, but still you can do it too. And, it helps you to change, shift our mindset from kind of a fear and anxiety to, we can use this fear or anxiety as a motivation to send more blessing to the world, So then that you don't have to fear the fear or fear anxiety. It's just everything comes into your life, whether it's positive or negative, into your nutrient to grow. And this way, we continue to grow. So thank you so much for joining, everyone. And if I don't see you, have a wonderful holidays. And I will definitely see you soon. As always, I love you. I appreciate you. And I thank you. All right, so until next time. Goodbye for now.